What's up, preppers? You join me driving through rainy and sunny Scotland on my way to the Scottish Antiques and Arts Centre. Now, this should be cool. I'm looking, same as I do in bygone times, for anything that could be used for prepping, any cool little knickknacks like that. So I'm going to take you along for the ride and we're going to see what we can find today that can help our preps, or maybe just a bit of fun and having a look around. I've always said we can learn a lot from our past. We lived without electricity for a long time, so in an EMP or a solar flare event such as that would knock the power out completely, how do we maintain a lifestyle? I think the answer is in our past, and places like these antique malls are where we could find vital preps for the future. Just having a little unscheduled stop at a place called Smiddy Farm, butchers, cafe, stuff like that. So see what I can fill my face with. Well, I didn't get anything from the farm, but I did get a latte and a bacon and sausage bar, so that'll keep me going. That sandwich was fantastic. Oh, it really was. Hit the spot. Got a latte to wash it down and then head off to the Antiques Mall now and see what we can find. See you when we get there. So I've arrived now at the Scottish Antiques and Arts Centre. No idea what it's going to be like, but we'll have a look around. Could barely get parked. There's not that much parking here, so just bear in mind when you come. Obviously this is the weekend, so it's going to be busier. But I'll try and film as much as I can without getting other people in and making people feel awkward, so I'll probably just shoot some of the actual stuff and we'll talk about it afterwards. But let's go see what it's all about. So, as I mentioned, quite full on the car park. First section was this little barn area to have a look in. Literally 2 rooms, or one big room with a little partition in the middle. So I was a bit underwhelmed when I saw this and hoped it wasn't just it, which I was glad to see that it wasn't. But this area had quite a lot of wrought iron, garden roller there, big metal boxes, potential Faraday cages I suppose, but it was mainly bigger and outdoor stuff in here. Found a couple of oars. Maybe if you bug outs on a rowboat that could come in handy. And then you've got a random modern stool there for no reason and a roller trolley. So quite a mixture of things. Shooting stick. And we found the old tools on there as well. This was a preview of what was to come when it comes to old tools. Mainly furniture in this section. Had a look at these little binoculars, but not much of interest here for me. Lots of coal scuttles, stuff like that. There's 2 lamps, but I thought they were quite overpriced to be fair, because they looked quite modern, something for a pillar candle, so not really a bargain there. This is a fountain just before the main entrance, and then when you first go in, it's this gift style shop. Well, don't be put off by that. As soon as you go past that bit, you're into the large antique section. Lots of glass cabinets, silverware, stuff like that. Bring back common sense. Never has a sign been so true. Found this shotgun reloading cartridge tool. That's really cool. Could come in handy for someone, definitely. And there was a German issued razor blade from the Wehrmacht with the eagle and the swastika on. And then behind that was a United States Army Special Forces Vietnam knife. So this is a cool little cabinet. And by the by, it's the only thing I could see. This was 1943 RAF. It's the only thing I could see that was military. These looked like gold backs, so I was trying to read the certificates. They weren't in the end. Found this studio light, which was cool. Lots of Singer sewing machines. I saw quite a few of these and the prices varied massively. Now these two here looked in really good condition, and when you move the mechanism the needle moves up and down and everything, and it was £55, and even said on the tag that it was working, just had a no case or key. Found this book for Mrs. Prepper, Household Management. This is random boxes of stuff. This is where I found the lighter that I'll show you afterwards. This is the one that I've picked up. Crocodile head. Made me think of Happy Gilmore. Loads and loads. If you're a fan of jewellery, it's massive for that. There was this little Derringer type cap gun and an inert round, but by this point I was a bit underwhelmed at the lack of militaria. Found these glass things. I'm not sure what they've got in them. It says on there, but I have no idea what any of them are. One gas mask hanging from there. Still had the filter in from World War II. £65 with the bag. Not too bad. Not sure how practical. This place actually had the original spare parts for the Singer sewing machine as well. Taxidermy. Ugh. And this was a cool lantern. People have seen me go around Bygone Times, know I'm obsessed with these. Lots of leather jackets. Found an unusual coronation piece, which was a pocket knife, which was interesting. Cameras were absolutely amazing in this stand, but nothing that's going to improve my YouTube skills. And then they had fishing rods in the corner, £28, and I'm not sure if that's worth it, but they were pretty big. They went all the way up to the side there. Comic Heaven for the nerds among us. Lego that I remember, so I didn't think it should be an antique, but yeah, £50 worth of antique. I must have thrown loads of that away. Now here you go. This is what kids' toys should be like. A real working sewing machine as a child's toy. Teach your kids a skill. That's awesome. Lots of old tools found on every single store. Down at the bottom I seem to find these. Love this butcher's block, weighed a ton. This can opener is impressive. I'm not being funny, but that's not going to break, is it? That's going to last you a lifetime. It already has lasted a lifetime. So, good can opener. And whisk's the same, obviously, without power. More and more tools. There's a trend here. Got to think about little kitchen things as well when it comes to EMPs, any sort of kitchen hardware you can get that doesn't require power. This was cool. This was a handheld gas British lantern. mess tin, 15 quid. Not everything's a bargain in this place, I can tell you that. These walking sticks here, I think this one was the cheaper one, and then the other one was like £25 for a second-hand walking pole. These are a good thing to have for candles in blackouts. It's what they always used to have. You can carry a dinner candle in there. That one's 15. That one was cheaper at 8, but you hold it like that and the tray catches any wax. Another book for Mrs. Prepper here. She's going to be well trained, and she's a little woman. Here's another one of the lamps I'm obsessed with, the oil style lamps. This one was really cool. It looked like the wick inside hadn't been used. Lots of cool looking stalls in there, to be fair. Really old till there as well from old shop. More of my lamps, yay! You can see, look, £82, but the wick looks new. Well, old but new, you know what I mean. This was cool. I thought, can you imagine pulling up at a prepper meet with this? 3 bottles of different liqueurs and then you shot glasses in. That'd be pretty awesome. You'd definitely be the talk of the party with that one for £54. This lantern, now it looked like the miner's lantern and it said safety lantern. So yeah, the Wolf Safety Lantern Company. So it weighed a ton though. I can't really show you on here, but it was really heavy. Found a few army clothes, just shirts. Another oil lamp. To be fair, I nearly bought that one. That previous one was only 25. I had to put the camera down to have a good look of it. I didn't get it in the end though. This is another miner's lamp. Looked like a commemorative one, but it hadn't been used. £30 for this Singer. Now when I turned the wheel of this one, the mechanism didn't seem to go up and down at all, so not sure if that one's a bit busted, but there's a scope here from World War II, which was really cool. Someone had made a fake cap over the end, but I looked at it and the lens was intact. This was weird. It was like a paraffin lamp inside a lantern. Found that very odd. Another little tiny derringer thing. Looked more real, to be fair, that one. Huge compass at the bottom there, if you spotted that. Loads more of these candle carriers. Every type, every price. Some you're just paying for the metal that they're in, you know. So like this one's £25. There's a copper one, which I thought was well overpriced at 55. Never seen Subbuteo rugby. How cool's that? And then lastly, I nearly walked out by missing this one, but it's the military one, which I was glad to find in the end. They even had modern boots in there as well. So cool for any supplies you needed. British Army water bottle, it was only a £5. And they had everything from modern day all the way to antiques. So, which was really cool. And some of it really reasonably priced, some of it overpriced as you expect from a place like this, but definitely worth a look around. The sight adjustment tools there. There's the blades and bayonets they had. They were like £88, some of them. They had helmets from every era. And it was quite a large selection. You can see the modern helmets there. There's a multi-tool, British Army edition. Loads of little pocket knives and pen knives in here. And to be fair, reasonably priced, to be fair. they had this little display at the outside, but it wasn't stuff for sale. It was just these are the type of items we buy. But it was a cool little history memorabilia bit. I found this webbing set, bargain I thought, for 32 quid for a full set. Yeah, so that was my favourite stall. Loads of coins if you're a metal collector. Alright guys, so thanks for coming in there with me. Sorry about the voiceover, it was just a bit, there was music playing, so you know what YouTube's like with copyright strikes, and there was loads of people around, so I've had to do no sound and a voiceover for them very reasons. Really tempted on a lot of the lamps. Some of them were really good prices. What I did get in the end was a fork, a US Army patent fork, just because I thought it was cool and it'd be nice to be eating my rations with, and my friend Ration Nerd might get a kick out of that. And then I got this, which may look like a cheap multi-tool, but what this is this is the Army issued multi-tool. Yeah, this is a military issue multi-tool, and it was a really good price. So I think it was only £8, and I thought that's great as a little extra. It's heavyweight, it's good quality. One of the blades has a bit of rust on the inside, so I will get some due care and attention put to it and get it back to its former glory, and it's a great addition. And last but by no means least, even though I'm not a smoker, I got this. This is a Ronson cigarette lighter. It flips up and it's got a wick, so it's using fuel like petrol, and it still works, which I thought was pretty cool. So that is another extra little fire starter prep to go in the mix. So just 3 little things, no massive purchases. I nearly walked out without seeing the military one, the Axis and Allies Supplies or something it's called. So if you do come here, just make sure you pay attention. They said they used to do maps, but they don't anymore. Make sure you pay attention to where you're going. I felt like I'd walked around the whole thing, and it was only on the way out I looked down and I thought, that looks different, and I spotted it. Some cool stuff in there, as you expect. Some stuff overpriced, some stuff very well priced. So they want a bit more, too much for their bayonets and blades as far as I could see, but for like DPM stuff, anything like that, pouches, the webbing was a good set for a good price. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So yeah, come on down to the Scottish Antiques and Art Centre near Doon. Grab yourself some bargains. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the little walk around, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.